the topic the church called to worship. Now, what is worship? Worship. See, the English dictionary give various definitions for this word worship. Now, I'll pick three main ones, which puts into context all the definitions. Number one, the English word worship means worship. To give someone the honor or worth that is due to his name. So what worship is worship? To give someone the honor or worth that is due to his name. So sometimes you hear people say your worship sir and all that. They are just bowing to this big man or this great person or the superior. But when it comes to religion, the English word worship is defined as, I'll bring just two, a relationship between a lower being and a higher being. That is why the Peters will not accept worship. Because they believe that they are not the supreme being. Worship is a relationship between a lower being and a higher being. Now I'll pick the second one as this: a reverence and adoration of a deity expressed in acts of devotion. A reverence and adoration of a deity. You are adoring a god, and it is expressed in acts of devotion. The expression can be in various forms. Some can bow down, some can dance, some can lift their hands. That expression is what we also call worship. The church called to worship. Sister, brothers and sisters, beyond the dictionary, there are a lot of misconceptions so far as worship is concerned. Meanwhile, worship is a vital religious right that we must hold with our two hands. But increasingly, it is losing true meaning and value in the Christian church today. So many believers take worship only as a liturgical requirement. Some something we do at church for a set period and at home when we sing and adore our God. Another misconception is this: some also consider worship as a singing ministry that God has given to some Christian artists whose performance we are to watch and enjoy.
Ebinom so hunu osɔre ana osom sɛ yɛsɔre Nyankopɔn no sɛ enyom to osom adwuma bi a ebinom enya no sɛ akyɛdeɛ enti bere a woyi saa akyɛdeɛ no adi no na yɛ a yɛaka no yɛte hɔ yɛhwɛ sɛ deɛ wɔyɛ adeɛ no ɛfa na yɛne gye ho.
Now, they are great guys. They are people that God has given talents and they bless the church. But that what they do in and of itself is not worship.
Yɛwɔ nipa ni bi a Nyame adom ɔdom akyɛdeɛ a wotumi to dwom yie paa ne nneɛma ɛte saa nanso nea wɔyɛ no ɛnhyɛ da nyɛ ɔsɔreɛ saa.
Worship also could be imagined to be that session of or a period of time in a church service when we are asked to take our minds off our needs and contemplate on the holiness and the majesty of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords and adore him.
Ɛtɔ bi a ɔsɔre yɛn nso yɛbɛtumi ahunu sɛ bere bi a yɛyɛ asɔre no na saa brɛ no yɛagye brɛ aka sɛ obiara nyi n'adwene mfi ne haw ne n'amanneɛ biara so na yɛmfa yɛadwene nsi wɔ Nyankopɔn ne kronkronyɛ ne tumi ne n'ahoɔden so na yɛnsom no ɛnsɔre no na yɛnkeka nsɛm bi nkyerɛ sɛ onyame yɛ kɛseɛ ɔyɛ ɔhempɔn anaasɛ obiara nte sɛ wɔ no.
Now some of the churches will name this as call to worship. They will describe it as call to worship.
It
is good. We also do it in our church. In our liturgy, there is the call to worship. And sometimes when you skip it, they will remind you that you should have put worship there. Yeah, I know this woman who likes this song.
The song means that the holiness of God is beautiful. Your holiness is beautiful to me.
But the character is so bad. You see, the holiness of God is something that she adores. But as for her, she doesn't like holiness. So sometimes when we go to church, I'm sure some of us, when we lift our hands and we are saying, God will just tap Jesus and look at her.
God is going through a lot.
He's a great God. That's why some of us can't qualify to be God. People like that, you should have dropped some lead on them.